And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Washington first down.
They'll look to throw here. A quick throw there is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Once more, Gibson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 51 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's second and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Yeah, he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Commanders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Buccaneers 0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And bulldozing his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll work down inside the 45. But you look at this defense. They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught by Tucker.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And Hurts going to move him around. They run. It's Tucker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't give it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
The slot man in motion right.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And now an audible here into something else. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
97 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
They'll run with Gibson.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. brings up second and
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A handoff running left is Gibson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty.
Joey Slide, a kickoff for the Commanders.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
But 1st down, Hurts. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 59 yards. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Second and 14. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. Back to throw again. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man is Tucker. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Second down. Here's Hurts. He finds his man complete. That's Hoover. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And inches at the 23-yard line.
A handoff for Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now they'll change things up. They'll go again with Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This will be a 37-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
But how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Hurts throw taken in by Palmer.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
On the ground, it's Tucker. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Fight, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Gibson again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs. Keep possession of the football.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's caught by Tucker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Hoover. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Tucker.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here's a quick throw right side.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Trey Palmer from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. This is 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
Now back to throw.
Pass complete, Samuel.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll look to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And Dotson, he's got it. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw again.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Tampa Bay,
they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.